Chocolate is the most popular sweet for decades, if not for nearly 100 years, I think. And it's been considered quite bad for you because it contains so much fat and sugar. Well, there's a difference between good and bad chocolate. Because chocolate in itself, or the cocoa, is quite good for you. The good chocolate is dark chocolate made with cocoa butter, the original fat from the cocoa bean, and a little bit of sugar. The bad chocolate contains a little bit of cocoa and is made with trans fats and artificial sweetness and artificial colorings. That's, for example, all the Mars bars and the Smarties, so they are not very good for you. So don't run to the shop buying a lot of those. The cocoa bean is the main ingredient of chocolate, and that cocoa bean is actually a superfood because it contains 400 compounds of very healthy ingredients, including a lot of powerful antioxidants. And it can also contains a lot of minerals, one of them being magnesium. It's actually the plant or the fruit with the highest level of magnesium that we know. And magnesium is essential for good health. It's essential for strong bones, because without magnesium you cannot absorb any calcium. It's essential for a healthy functioning heart. It's essential for a good metabolism in the brain. And magnesium is also being associated with happiness, also because of its effect on the brain. And if you know that 80% of the Western population has a chronic deficiency in magnesium, you can understand how a little bit of chocolate a day can make you happier and healthier. Other substances with difficult names are actually nourishment for the brain, in the sense that they help the brain to produce more neurotransmitters. And these neurotransmitters stimulate and are the working substances of the brain. For example, serotonin is produced, and when we have enough serotonin we actually feel better. So much better even that we can even feel like being in love. So cocoa makes you healthier and makes you feel good. Does chocolate contain any caffeine? Well, yes and no. The caffeine in the chocolate is usually being added by the chocolate industry. Because raw chocolate in itself, the cocoa bean, contains only tiny bits of caffeine. It does contain theobromine, which is another stimulant and works differently in the body. Now, both caffeine and theobromine are not bad for you. Even caffeine is not bad for you, considering that you only get a little bit of it. A lot of people drinking a lot of coffee during the day, they get too much caffeine, and that's really exhausting for the adrenal system, for the body. Theobromine works differently, and you won't get too much of it easily because you won't eat that much chocolate. Now, like I said, cocoa is really a superfood. It does a lot of very, very good things for the body. Chocolate, cocoa, is good against asthma. It contains anti-asthmatic compounds called theobromine, I already mentioned, and theophylline. Chocolate contains a lot of flavonoids, antioxidants, which, for example, help the blood flow to the brain, make the brain function better. Cocoa contains high levels of sulfur and magnesium, which help to increase concentration and alertness. Chocolate makes you happier because it helps to produce more neurotransmitters, like I said before. And chocolate reduces anxiety and stress, and even proved in clinical studies where it showed that eating dark chocolate for 2 weeks, a little bit every day, gave a measurable, significant reduction of stress hormones. Chocolate is good for your teeth. Not the sugar in it, but the chocolate in itself, because the theobromine in the chocolate kills the bad bacteria which cause cavities. Chocolate contains zinc, which is an important mineral, and it's important for the immune system, for the liver, the pancreas, and for healthy skin. Chocolate is healthy because it contains a lot of copper, and that helps to build the blood. And chocolate, like I said before, is very important for the heart. They actually did a large study with 500 men in Germany, and some of the men ate dark chocolate and others did not, or ate a little bit. And the men who ate most chocolate were way more healthy than the men who did not eat any chocolate. The men who did eat chocolate had less chance to die from a heart attack and had less chance to die from any disease whatsoever. It means that the health of those people who did eat chocolate was better than the ones who did not. Now, like I said, there's good and bad chocolate. The good chocolate is the raw chocolate and the dark chocolate. Now, the raw chocolate then is made from not roasted cocoa beans, and that's actually the best there is, because it still contains the natural fats, which are very healthy, and the enzymes. Once you start to roast them, the beans, then a lot of healthy ingredients are still there, but less so. The enzymes are killed, as well as some of the fats are being transformed. And if you make that into milk chocolate, for example, then there's hardly any of the good substances left, because then there's more dairy and sugar and less of the cocoa. So what I've said is all applies to dark chocolate and not to milk chocolate. So if you choose chocolate, choose the dark chocolate, and if you really can, take the raw one, or take the good quality dark chocolate. And of course, cocoa powder is being used in many in cakes and many other foods. For example, Sunrider, the company which makes healthy regeneration foods, also put cocoa in some of its products. And these products are, for example, the VitaShake and the SunBar. And the VitaShake is a substance of about 30 different herbs, which feed the cells of the body and provide the cells of the body with all the nourishment they need to produce the optimum amount of energy and produce new good cells. But also it contains fibers and, of course, the cocoa. So it's way more than only cocoa. And they also made it into a SunBar, and the SunBar is a bar with the nucleus, the herbs for the cells, as well as a lot of fiber. And the fiber is very good for the intestine, and is also a nourishment for the intestine, where the enzymes make it into nourishment for the immune system. So if you eat a bar with fiber and cocoa, it's a double healthy thing. It's the fiber as well as the cocoa then boosts the immune system. So enjoy your cup of tea, because even green tea or black tea, or in this case Sunrider produces Cacao tea, which is a green tea with other herbs added, is very, very healthy for you. Enjoy it with a bit of dark chocolate or with a SunBar, and you know that you're doing a great thing for your health.